everyone, I am Sandra Younger and welcome to JTV Extra. We have a very exciting show. I'm going to be showing you guys how to do this really cool technique that I call the loop up. I know it doesn't sound very exciting, but I guarantee you it's going to be one of these techniques that you want to incorporate into your arsenal of cord knotting techniques. But anyway, before we get started, if you are new to this platform, I just want to explain to you how it works. You can ask questions and leave comments on the bottom left-hand side of the screen. And also there are 3 buttons. There's the shop, the share, and the love. Okay, with the shop button, because right now my screen should be big, but if you click on any of the items to purchase them, then my screen will shrink down. But don't worry, I won't disappear because it just kind of toggles back and forth. It'll just shrink down, but once you click on it, it'll just expand back up. And also really important, the share button. You can, when you click the share button, it gives you a list of different social media platforms that you can, I guess, share the live stream to. And I know that you can also email the link to your friends because I've done that, so I know that that works. And also we have the love button, so if you see anything that you like, or if I say anything that you think is useful, just hit that the love button, and that'll let me know that you like what you hear. And let's see, well, so before we get started with today's show, I just want to go over a few of the products that are on today's show. So let me just tell you about what we have. First, we have these electroformed beads. These are interesting because they're very lightweight. They look like they're heavy, but they're not. So you get a package of 100, and these are about 13 by 11 millimeters. And look at the design. So it kind of looks, I don't know, like vintage, just really cool. Because I know that back in the 50s and 60s, there were electroformed beads were very, very popular. So you get a package of 100. And I did use these for this necklace here. I did the bail work using these electroform beads. And this necklace overall is very lightweight. Because if I were to have made this with onyx and this with the metal beads, this would have been a very heavy necklace. But which brings us to the wooden beads. Okay, now this is called THCI wood. Okay, and let me say that again, THCI. I actually had to look it up because when I tried reading that, I thought, oh, I am going to butcher that. So it's THCI. Very interesting. It's from what I understand, it's a tea plant. So I think that's really interesting. So you get 4 sizes. You get 6, 8, 10, and 12. And even the smallest bead, which is the 6 millimeter, has a very generous hole. This has a 2 millimeter hole. So I think these would be a great addition to have in your bead stash, because you never know when you're going to need a black bead, and especially one with a hole that big. I've always run into situations where I need either some for a bracelet or just a larger hole like that for bail work. And then let's see, next we have these black coconut shell pumpkin shaped large hole beads. Okay, this is unbelievable. 33 inches. I've never seen, it's been a while since I've seen a strand of beads that are 33 inches. And these are really nice. They feel good. They've got a nice finish to them. They're shiny. Let me see if I can get up close so you could take a look at that. And the hole is about 2 millimeters. And I think I mentioned they're about 8 by 5 millimeters. So they're a nice size. So if you, they're great for a bracelet or even a necklace. Really cute. I really like these beads. Let's see what we have next. I'll talk about these last. These are the spacer beads that we're going to be using for this. But these buttons, okay, these are interesting because it doesn't have a shank or the holes most buttons do. These have these oval. And all sorts of ideas have been running through my head. Okay, so I know that, a lot of times I do braiding and it's kind of thick. And I think these would be perfect to used for a braided piece. And also, if you're working on something that's lightweight, these are perfect because, sometimes if you have a necklace. It's real lightweight, and then you put like a metal button. The metal button's too heavy, but these are like incredibly lightweight. So, and you get the 4 sizes. There's 11, 13, 15, and 18 millimeters. So, and like I said, there are 200. So let's see, last on our list here, we have the, let's see, these are the coconut shell spacer beads, 8, 11, 12, and 14. And these are perfect for today's project because they, this loop up technique works really, really well with these donut shaped beads. I mean, you can use like any bead that you have, as long as you can get the cord that you're using through the hole twice. It's got to fit twice. So these are perfect, and I like them because they've got like a tropical look to them. So on this one, you know, you could like pair them up with different colors. You know, I just thought here blue, you know, like a white and the brown look really good together. So let's see. So that's what I used for this necklace, and that's what I'm going to be using for today's project. And let's see, what else do we have here? Well, next I will talk about the stringing materials that are available. So what we have is the wax jewelry cord in the 1/2 mil, and it is a 2-ply. And the color sets that are available are moonlit brown and gray brown, black and alabaster, and red and sand. And one really nice thing about this cord, it's thin and it's easy to separate. So if you want an even thinner version of the cord, it's very, you just like lightly untwist it, and then you just get something in between the strands, and you can just pull it apart. And I have a video on my website that shows how to do this. And, you know, you can, once you get practice, I think I've been able to separate up to 6 yards. The more you practice, the better you get at it. But it's really a fantastic way. Here, I'll show you these little tabs that I use, that once I separate the cord, since you get 2 strands, what I do is the other strand, I save them. And since I know that I usually do 6-yard increments, I know that each of these has about 6 yards of cord on it. So anyway, so that is the stringing materials. And next we have the Knotty Do-It-All. I'll go over the board briefly in case you have never heard about it. So what the Knotty Do-It-All is, it's this amazing cord knotting and design tool. And it is available in a large size or like the smaller one. The smaller one is great for travel, small spaces, or you can even use it side by side with the larger board. Both boards have the rulers in both inches and centimeters. So if you're used to centimeters, then that is not a problem. It also has a bead and ring size chart. It's got these wells for like holding beads. For example, if you're doing a pattern, it's really, really handy. And you get a hardware kit, and as you can see, you get the 3 needles, you get pegs and clips. And what makes this so interesting is that the pegs and the clips can be reconfigured in so many different ways. I mean, you could use it for multi-strand tiers. You could even like make a loom out of this thing. And you do get an instructional DVD and an ebook with both sets. But, I know a lot of people do not have DVD players anymore. So everything is available online. You do get a password with your board. So once you get your password, you can you hop online and you can take a look at all the different tutorials. So let's take a look here. I have let's say this macrame on a multi-strand. It's on the bottom center. That one's really cool because this is what it actually looks like. So you can see how one of them is thicker than the other. So it's a very forgiving technique, and look how cool that looks. So, I mean, that's just like one of the the products. I mean, the tutorials that you'll find on the website. Let's get out of here. Let's go back to this one. Let's see. We also have like the 2 bracelet tutorial. So that one, you can make it as many strands as you want. And you can make it like a 3-wrap, a single wrap. It's just incredible what you can do with that one. Let's see what else we have here. Leather loops. Let's see. There's so many, macrame, braiding. So So this thing is like a mega tassel making machine. And also, you know, just generally, if you like this style of jewelry that's made with stringing materials, this is definitely the tool for you. So let me, before we go on, I do want to say hi to everyone that I see here. So I'm going to get my phone and let's, oh my goodness, we have a full house. Judy, Joan, Kathy. Hi, Kathy. We have Susan in Ohio, Deborah, Charlie, Mikkel. Oh, you're ready for another exciting day. Yeah, you know what? You're going to love this lesson. This one is really cool. Let's see, Kim, Mary, Regina, Shelley. Let's see, Charlie, Kathy, Regina, Linda. Okay, guys, let's get started. Okay, I changed things up a bit because last night I was working on the project, but I came up with something like really cool. So check this out. Because this technique, you know, I was just going to show this, and it's pretty straightforward, which I'll show you in a minute. But you know, I got to thinking that you could actually combine two techniques, like for a single piece, which is this part, which is the loop up, and then the knotting. And so I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this. But this technique here, it's very repetitive. I mean, once you learn how to do it, I mean, you can make it short, you can make it long. So I mean, it's real easy to learn. So the cord that I'm using, I'm going to be using the wax jewelry cord in the 1/2 mil, and I'm going to be using 3 yards for this bracelet. 3 yards. And let's see, on the end of it, which has like one of my favorite ways to like, see that? That is fantastic. It's one of my favorite ways to put like a button on a bracelet because you know that even if you're using a larger button, you guys know that you need a larger loop, and that could be extremely unattractive. But if you can close that loop, you know what I'm saying? It kind of like it disguises it, which is like you get the best of both worlds. You get to use a large button, and you don't end up with that humongous, like a buttonhole that you normally would. Okay, let's see. So for this technique, you will need a crochet hook, and I'm using it's a boy number 10, but the important thing is, like, let's say you have your own disc-shaped beads and you want to use them. The important thing is that your crochet hook fits through the hole, and then when you get your cord, it has to, like, you need to be able to poke it through like that. So those are the two important things. And then, you know, a knotting awl, you could either use like a knotting awl or anything that's like solid and sharp. It could be like a real thin like knitting needle, like this one's a knitting needle. And because I know that a lot of you do not like to have super sharp things around your house because you have either children or, you know, like animals that get into everything. So having like maybe a blunter knitting needle is the better option. So let me grab a button here because I did not get my button. Okay. And the button that I'm using, this is not one that's on the show because the ones that are on the show are great for like braided pieces or thicker stuff. And this one is like smaller. So I'm going to be using this button, which let me see how big it is. This one is, I don't want to steer you wrong. Okay, this one's about a 13 millimeter. Okay, so this is the button we are going to be using. Let me move this stuff. Okay, so I've got 3 yards of cord. This is a fantastic lesson. And guys, also, I just want to let you know, if we run out of time, I have the complete tutorial under Knotty lessons. So last night I thought, you know what? I don't want to take any chances running out of time. So I made the lesson and it's there just in case. So what you do is we are going to, okay, line up the ends. Remember, this is 3 yards, and we are going to, what are we going to do? Oh, yeah. Fold it in half, and then we're going to string the button on, and then we're going to center the button on the folded cord. Okay, so you want to go through the bottom and then over the top. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, now we're going to like center this. Let's see. Hey, let's see, we have Noelle. Let's see, welcome. Oh, Let's see, Susan, I'm here live, usually watch you. Hey, Susan, thank you for joining. If you have any questions or comments, just like definitely leave them. Okay, so see, I have these nice and even. So do y'all follow along now? You have the, it's centered on the folded cord. So on this end, one end's gonna have a fold and then the other two are gonna be dangly. And that's gonna be important in a minute. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna attach this button using a moose knot. So those of you that are not familiar with a moose knot, so what you do is you take a pin and a clip and you put it could be anywhere on your board. That's one nice thing about the moose knot. All you need is a pin and a clip 1 inch apart on your board. So in this particular version of the moose knot, it doesn't matter which one's on the top or the bottom because we just need to get a knot on there. Okay, so I'm going to hold my needle and I think I'm going to wrap, let's go for twice. So there's 1 and 2, and then I'm going to feed the cord through the eye of the needle just to help bring it right through, just like that. Okay. You want to just make sure it's nice and lined up so it looks pretty. And okay, so I'm going to tighten this, tighten that. And then if you pull out, you need to slide the knot. If one side doesn't slide, then you could always like use the other side. Let's see. Okay, so you should have something that ends up looking like this. So it's got a nice like knot right there at the beginning. Okay, so I've got a tip for you. The jaws of the clips, they open, only so much. But let's say your button is a little bigger and it doesn't fit in, like, see how this fits in? Let me just put this down. See, you could open it up more if you just bend this bottom part a little bit. And I'll show you how to do it. You don't have to do it too much. Let me get a pair of pliers here. Hang on. Okay, I'll show you guys how easy this is. So you just get, and you just put them right about there. And just really gently, just give it like a bend. But don't do it too much because it could snap off. Just slightly. And then what it does is it just lets the jaw open up even bigger. So if you need to clamp a button in there, this is the way to do it. And so now we have our moose knot. Now, let's get this clipped in here. Let me see. And I just came up with this one yesterday, so I gotta see how I did this. Okay, so we're gonna do this side first. So this is so interesting because now you're gonna take your cords and the one with the bend, you're just gonna throw that off to the right side because we're gonna be working with these two. Okay, so let me zoom in a bit. Let's see, any questions? Can you get the smaller travel board without, I don't think so. Because everything comes like packaged. So this side here, see the ends are just loose. Let's see what else. I have several boards. I can't imagine not having the accessories, if anything. More clips and more pegs would only, I know, right? That's so true. I agree. Okay, so now let's see. Now we're gonna start adding these guys. I can't live without like pins and clips. They're like, gotta have them. But okay, so here's your crochet hook. You're gonna take one of these guys and let's put this right there. And let's get that. So you just put it on the crochet hook just like this. And then you just like hook it and see how you've made like a loop. And then with your crochet hook, you could grab it, or if you want to like just grab it with your fingers. I just find that doing it with the crochet hook is faster and easier. And see how you just kind of pull it and it slides it like right in place. And so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to make an overhand knot. And for those of you that have watched my like pearl knotting and like knotting videos, I have like 2 or 3 ways that I like to do this. And this is one way. When you're working with something like a short piece like this is definitely the better way to do it. And the way I do this is I make like a loose overhand knot. See that? It's just loose. And I put the knotting all like right up to the bead. And then I pull, because what that does is you don't have to, because if you put because I know that some people do the knotting and then they drag the knot like over. Well, a couple of things with waxed cord, it makes it harder because there's wax and it causes friction. And then another problem with that approach is that it kind of like wears your cord out faster. So, and then you just keep repeating the step where you put your disc bead onto the crochet hook, and then you just pop it right through. And see, you could do this with your fingers, whatever you feel more comfortable doing. So I think I like the crochet hook because you could just get it in there faster. And then you just tighten and then overhand knot. And then you just see how I'm pushing the bottom of the knot like up to the bead? I'm going to hold it and then pull. Let's see. The crochet hook. It is, let's see, Regina. The brand is Boy, and it's a 10 millimeter. And let me tell you, I've tried all sorts of crochet hooks, and the Boy, make sure and get this one, because a lot of the other ones, they're made out of some cheap metal that's coated, and then when this part like bends, this part cracks and then it snags on everything. So this is definitely the best. My favorite crochet hooks are the Boy number 10s. They're so versatile. And see, for this, you just keep going. Do you guys understand what I'm doing? Is anyone confused? So you just take your bead, you pop it through, and then grab the second cord. And then just tighten. I'm gonna like speed it up, but I don't want to go any faster in case. Okay. Thank you, Shelly. Okay, so I'm just gonna speed things up because and for this bracelet, okay, my wrist is a 6-inch, and I used let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I used 12 of the discs. So if your wrist is bigger, then you definitely want to add like an extra inch. And one nice thing about this technique is it's so forgiving because you have cord left over. So if you don't have enough, like if it's too short, you're not stuck in a situation where you ran out of cord. Because as long as you get 3 yards on there, I think you can make like up to an 8-inch. Let me get this. Boop. Let's make sure it's focused. Okay, so I'm gonna like speed things up so we can get to the other side, because I want to finish this project because I've got some other really cool tips. I'm gonna give you the tips while we chit chat here. What time? Okay, we gotta have some time. Okay, if you want to add like let's say you want to add beads, like I did on, where's that one? Okay, this guy. See that? Okay, you'll find yourself, because I found myself in 2 situations. Number one, the beads would not fit on this this cord here. It doubled because it got me. You know what? Okay, this one. Okay, see how this one doesn't have like a string around it, and that's because the hole was big enough that I could get both of these through the hole. So I was doing my knotting with both. But then when I made this one, the bead holes were too small and I couldn't get both of them on. So you could, either way, you could either use both cords and then do your knotting, or if you're in a situation where the hole is too small, you can like just string the bead onto one of the cords, and then when you knot one of the, you'll have one of the cords on the outside. So that's another thing I like about, this technique is that, either way you win. So you don't have to, worry about, some bead not fitting, and by the same token, even if the let's say the bead hole is too big, that technique where you slide it on one and then knot it on the other, it's still going to work because it's not a knot that's holding that bead in place. It's like a doubled cord. So let me just keep going here. Should be very fast with, yeah, you know, that's true. It doesn't take much practice. You just expand it out and pull it through just like that. And that's it. And the beads, okay, I've tried like different kinds of disc beads, and the ones that just don't work, let me see if I can illustrate this for you, are the ones that, if they have a very sharp, let me get a piece of paper. Okay, if the bead has like a 90-degree angle, if it's like that, see that? If it has like a sharp, you know how it just goes down right here? I've tried beads like this and it just, for some reason, it just doesn't work. Well, at least it doesn't work for me because I didn't like the way it looked. So, I mean, I just, you know, thought I'd let you know because I have tried. Let me move this a little bit so I can keep going. Okay, I'm going to pick up the pace. Uh-oh, so because I don't want to run out of time because I want to show you guys how I finished it. Okay, so. Okay. It looks, okay, do we have to place tension? Yeah, you know what? When I do this knotting, yes, there is tension, and definitely, you know, I find that, oh my goodness, probably like most of the techniques that you do with cord, tension is like extremely important because it really helps you keep control of everything. It's kind of like oh, what are those things called, guys? That it's like a gray thing, and you get like that has these little knobs, and it's got like you draw with it. Help me. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, an Etch-a-Sketch. You know how with Etch-a-Sketches you can't, it doesn't let you do curved lines, and it's kind of the same thing when you are working with stringing materials. Everything's just a lot easier if you're working like with the cord stick straight. I don't know how to explain it, but it just makes it faster and easier, and everything looks better. Okay. Oh, the original iPad. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, the original iPad was the Etch-a-Sketch. Okay, so let's just keep, I want to get to like 12. Okay. Yeah, and these coconut beads, I don't know, they remind me of, I don't know, a tropical vacation. Tahiti, Hawaii, I don't know. Okay, South Padre Island. Let's see. Let me get this on there. Let's see. Okay, let's see who we have. Let's see. Susan, I've had some small tiger eye donuts for years. You know what, Susan? This will be perfect for those tiger eye beads. And even if the hole's too small, remember you can use a smaller crochet hook. I've seen crochet hooks. Oh my goodness, it's like tiny as like size 16. I mean, those are like for like micro like crochet. They're really, really tiny. But yeah, I wonder, let's try this. Let's see if we could put 3 beads on there. Let's see if that works. So you put 1. Nah. You know, I always try stuff to see if it does speed things up, but it didn't. Maybe if the crochet hook was thinner, maybe it would work. Or maybe I could do 2. I don't know. I'll have to try that because I'm always like looking for ways to make you know, quicker work of this. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, we got to 12, yay. So what you want to do is kind of like stretch it out a little bit. So let's get a little stretch in there. Okay, now is the fun part, the other fun part. We're going to clip the button in right there. Okay, now with this side, okay, let's see who knows me here. Joy, okay, let's see, can you, okay, Krista, where's Krista? Does it matter if we switch what cord goes through the bead? You know what? Good news. I've tried it and it doesn't make a difference because I thought, is one cord going to get shorter than the other? You know what? Because I finished it was like a 18-inch necklace and it made no difference. So you could switch them off. And that'll look interesting if you, let's say you're using two different colors because you can. I don't think it'll make a difference. It doesn't make a difference. I'm not saying that I don't think it will. I know that it doesn't.